Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this late Wednesday night. Back to you again with another video right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, and tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. That's it. That's it. That's all you gotta do. All right, chat room is open, so you can come in and chat with me about world of professional wrestling or anything in the world. So chat room is open. If you're watching on YouTube or somewhere else, I didn't put the link out tonight. I'm not going to. I'm too lazy to do it. It is what it is. So I'm not gonna go too long tonight. I'm kind of tired and been a long day. Got 2 more days off and then I go back to work. Then I'm gonna have a lonely 2 weeks. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm not gonna go into it, but it is what it is. So, big weekend coming up. The last weekend of, the beginning of August on Saturday. The dog days of August are about to hit us. Baseball started. It might stink, but you knew that already. But they're 3-3 on the year. They lost tonight. They should have won. Fucking bullpen once again blew it. It is what it is. The Rangers came back tonight. I think it was an exhibition game because I think they start the playoffs this Saturday. Game 1 of the best of 5 against the Hurricanes, and then the other teams will be fighting to see who they face in that best of 5 series, and then the top 4 teams in each division will face off in a round robin tournament to see who gets the number 1 seed and what other seeds they get, and then after that the real playoffs begin. That's all I gotta say about that. So it should be exciting. Basketball starts tomorrow. We got like 88 seeding games, something like that. Really weird basketball start to the basketball season tomorrow. So that should be fun. So sports is back, ladies and gentlemen, and I am very happy for that. But you know, you still got this fucking virus going around. Good job, Florida, by the way. Good job. Fucking up the entire baseball schedule. These fucking idiots on the Miami Marlins decided to go party in Atlanta. You know what happens when you party, especially during this fucking virus. That's why 15 fucking people on the Marlins got fucking COVID. They had to cancel their series against the Phillies. Their season's canceled till Monday. And then they had to redo the whole entire schedule now. I don't know what's going on. I said it from the beginning, just fucking cancel the season, come back in 2021. Did they listen? No. That's why nobody wants to go to Florida. And I went to Florida. And I came back a happy man. That's all I gotta say about that. Twice negative. Twice. But the missus is going for a 3rd time. When she comes back in a couple weeks. But yeah, so pray to the mighty Lord upstairs we get another negative test. So 3rd time's a charm. It is what it is. We'll see what happens with that. All right, now about that bullshit on this not too late, but late Wednesday night, June the 29th, 2020, or if you're watching from somewhere else, July the 29th, 2020, or if you're watching from somewhere else, July the 30th, 2020, it is time for your late night AEW Dynamite review for July the 29th, 2020, from place in Jacksonville, Florida, only on TNT. And I'm sorry if my video's lagging. Just my computer sucks. I mentioned that before. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, another week of AEW action as we're getting closer and closer to AEW's one of the biggest events of the year, All Out or All In 3, whatever you want to call it, coming up on September the 5th. That's right before Labor Day. So, got about a month to go. About four. Let me check my dates here, if I can. If it'll let me. And it won't let me. And that's it. All right, here we go. All right, let me see. 1, 2. Actually, from this Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks away from All Out. From All Out, should be a great event. Got some stuff happening. Have official match for All Out. We'll get to that in a little bit. But tonight's show, another great show as always. We had a 10-man tag team match with the Inner Circle and Jurassic Best Friends, Jurassic Express, and State of Wrestling. What was it? The State of Wrestling by our good buddy that's better than you, and you know it, MJF. We had that. We had a Tornado tag team match with Brian Cage, the FTW champion, teaming up with his partner Ricky Starks, along with Taz, taking on the team of Darby Allin and Jon Moxley, the AEW champion, in the main event. Talk about that. We also had some women's action with the AEW champion Hikaru Shida taking on Diamante. Talk about that in a little bit. We had FTR sign a contract. They're now officially in AEW. And we also had for the tag team Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega defending the belts against the Dark Order of Stu Grayson and Evil Uno, the Super Smash Brothers. As always, the Dark Order, you get Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, who sucks dick, and the Beaver Boys, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. We got that. We had Matt Hardy on the show. Not broken Matt Hardy. We just had regular Matt Hardy. Got involved in the tag match. I'll get to that in a minute. And we got some talk about the Women's Tag Team Cup. We know how it's gonna go, what the rules are, and all that other stuff. So, but still a great night of action, and let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your time. All right, we start off with our first match, the 10-man tag team match, pitting the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, the champion, the Devil God. Very expensive $7,000 jacket that got ruined by Orange Cassidy a couple weeks ago. Still looking horrible. He has Santana Ortiz with him, Jake Hager, and the Spanish God Sammy Guevara. They're taking on the friends, Trent and Chucky T, along with freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. They're teaming up with Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Boy Jack, along with that little runt Marco Stunt. Thank God he wasn't in the match. And that was that. We had Tony Schiavone, JR, and Taz on commentary. I wonder why all the accusations about that guy named Excalibur saying the N-word in videos. You know, somebody they actually they're on YouTube that you can actually view the video of one of the videos of him saying the N-word at a PWG show, where supposedly Kevin Owens said the N-word. I don't believe it, because I have the tape. Kevin Owens say the N-word. Excalibur said it twice. So for all you people thinking it's not Kevin Owens never the N-word life, you could ask yourself. That's all I got to say about that. So we had that, and I obviously Excalibur's probably gonna get in trouble with Tony Khan and probably go to sensitivity training for a month, like Sammy Guevara did. So we're not gonna see Excalibur on Dynamite for the foreseeable future, which sucks. I'd rather have Jericho on commentary than Taz. But that's all I gotta say about that, and we move on. And once again, I apologize for the lag. I can't do anything about it. I tried, but it is what it is. All right, so we get to the match, and like I said, it was a pretty decent match. So also with Jericho and Orange Cassidy in the ring. You know, they've been going at it the last couple of weeks, and that pretty good match they had a couple weeks ago where Jericho won at Fyter Fest. And then Orange Cassidy trying to get his revenge with the orange juice dousing. The orange juice bath, I guess you can call it. So they start off. Jericho tags out to Hager. So Hager comes in. Orange Cassidy puts his hands pants in his pocket, and he does the vicious kicks of doom. Hager's like, pfft. Really? Then he sends Orange into the corner, lifts him again. Orange with his hands in his pocket again. He pulls him out and smacks Hager's eardrums to a pulp. And then Santana comes in, and then the entire inner circle starts attacking Orange Cassidy, and then it breaks down, and then everybody's in the ring, beating the crap out of each other, and poor Aubrey Edwards trying to get in trouble. Poor Aubrey Edwards. Needs some help. 10-man tag fun. And next week, we're going to get a 12-man tag team match. Oh, that should be fun. I'll get to that. I'll get to it in a little bit. So then we get some control. Jericho has Trent against the ropes into the outside. Santana then chops him on the outside. Chuck sends Santana to the outside. Ortiz goes over the top, lands on his feet. Chuck flies over the top. Senton splash. Landing on everyone. Trent then springboards with a moonsault on everyone, including Orange Cassidy. Then Jungle Boy hops onto the shoulders of Santana, sends him flying. Obviously. Hops into the arms of Lucha. Lucha tosses him into Hager. Hager catches him and tries to throw him back at Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus caught him. And then Stunt gets on the back of Luchasaurus, holding on to his neck, trying to choke him out. And then Luchasaurus passes on to everybody, along with Marco Stunt on the back. And then Marco Stunt's standing. He's like, yeah, wig! Come on, Tony Khan. I know you're watching my videos. Make it happen. I will beat the fuck out of him. One Gilmore Khan. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck Marco Stunt. Fuck Marco Stunt. If I get heat for that, I don't care. Fuck him. The Murder Hawk, Lance Archer. I know how he did so good in PWG. I just don't know. Anyway, so we get that. All right, then Orange Cassidy's in, and then he stops in the middle of the ring, goes in his pockets, takes out his glasses. He hug Orange Cassidy because he's so. Okada should fucking sue. Fucking sue. Even going for sushi. All right, Okada should fucking sue. Okada had a great. They're gonna have a new titles. King of Pro Wrestling 2 days in August. That's at the end of becomes the King of Pro Wrestling. And the matches are gonna be. So New Japan got Electrified Steel Cage. It's gonna be a fatal. Will become the King and all the way up until the end of assume that, and that's it. And then it resets. It's nice. That is pretty. I can't wait for that. I can't. King of Pro Wrestling. I can't wait for the Summer League. What I think it's called Summer League, something like that. Gonna be good. Shit. I mean, good stuff coming up in August. And NXT Takeover 30 coming up. Some great matches about to be announced. Got SummerSlam. We don't know where it's gonna be at. Might be on a beach somewhere. Might be on a boat. I wonder where they got that idea. Jericho. Jericho's probably gonna sue Vince for that shit. He should. So as always, Hunter, Triple H, and Vince have to always try to be one up on AEW. They always have to copy AEW's ideas. That's why they're gonna try to do this thing on a boat, and it's gonna fail. I don't even imagine what's gonna happen if they do it on a boat. I bet you a lot of people get COVID. There's a lot of people go on cruise ships are coming back with COVID. Not a good idea. I think it's a stupid idea. But Vince doesn't want it in the Performance Center. Ooh, poor Vince. Because he wants to start the WWE going into arenas now. Oh, you think that's gonna happen? No. That's not happening anytime soon, Vince. Not anytime soon. So that's that. All right, let me finish this match, and I'll get to chat in a minute. So the Best Friends at Jurassic Express hug Orange Cassidy, and then Sammy Guevara comes on the top rope. He flies, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" Sammy lands on his feet, and he's in a pickle. And the Best Friends at Jurassic Express start beating the living Jesus out of him. Luchasaurus with a splash. Clothesline from Jungle Boy in the corner. Trent and Chucky T get in, but Hager stops Trent from hitting a splash. Jericho comes in, attacks Trent, and match is completely chaotic. I have no idea who the legal man is. Jericho hits a back suplex, attacks in Hager, gets some right hands in the corner. They tag in Santana. They go to work on Trent. Trent comes back with a drop kick. Ortiz comes in, drops Trent, tags Santana, flips onto him, and covers for 1. So they continue to work on Trent. And Sammy grabbed the head of Trent, lifts him into a fireman's carry. He does some squats because he's such a sexy god. Not like me, but it is what it is. He drops him on his back, pins him for a near fall. Trent rolls into a pin of his own for a near fall. Sammy stops that with a clothesline, tags in Hager. Hager with a side headlock. So they continue to work on Trent. And Trent eventually comes back and tags in Luchasaurus, sends everyone except Sammy flying. Then he grabs Sammy by the throat. In comes Hager. They go back and forth with some right hands. And then Hager hits a big ass clothesline on the Luchasaurus, knocking his mask off. Oh no! Now he looks like. Oh, we have seen him before in NXT. There's a video of Luchasaurus before he became Luchasaurus. I forgot what his name was. I think it was something Devlin. Not that Devlin. But there was a video where in NXT before he was Luchasaurus. Let's go look it up. So Luchasaurus comes back with a big clothesline to Hager. In comes Orange. It's a Superman punch. And then Santana with a power bomb into a knee strike. That looked pretty sick. And then the best friends come in with a half and half suplex combination. They kick Ortiz out of the ring. In comes Jericho with a code breaker. Jungle Boy comes in with a backstabber. And then Sam, I think he lifts, I think it was Orange Cassidy up with a torture rack into a big knee. Ow. Luchasaurus with a tail whip, or a spinning lizard, or whatever. Choke slam, as Aubrey Edwards is checking on Jungle Boy. Then Jericho has Floyd the Bat. Cassidy comes in, tosses Jericho over the barricade. Sam then clips the leg, hits a running, goes to the top rope as Luchasaurus is standing. And then we hear the music of Broken Matt Hardy. Well, regular Matt Hardy. It hits. Matt then appears on the apron, jumps Sammy off the top rope into a choke slam by Luchasaurus, and then a roundhouse kick. And he goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. The Best Friends and Jurassic Express pick up the victory in a kind of a sloppy 10-man tag team match. It is what it is. Continues the storyline of Jericho and Orange Cassidy. And that's that. So that was basically a little bit of a storyline progression match for those two guys. But match itself was kind of, ugh. Like I said, it was chaotic. It was kind of all over the place. Just one big fat clusterfuck. And I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Wasn't anything right home. And that's that. So let's get to a little bit of a chat where we take a little bit of a break. My good buddy from Mexico, Javier Alejandro Ponce Plaza. My big supporter from Mexico. What happened to the live analyzing of Raw this Monday? I was going to do it tonight, but I went out with the missus today, and I came home around 7 o'clock, and I was going to do it, but then I was like, nah, I want to watch AEW, and I don't want to do Raw and then miss AEW, and then I have to rewatch, AEW, and then do another stream. So, but I will do the Raw review tomorrow, probably sometime in the afternoon, early evening, and then I'll do my NXT review. So tomorrow you get 2 for the price of 1. So stay tuned for that. But I did see Raw, and That's all I gotta say about that. So tomorrow you get your Raw review, and that's that. Matt Cardona, I'll get to him in a minute. Sounds like a Colombian name, and I did not expect to see Zack Ryder. Well, Matt Cardona doesn't. I don't even think is. I think it's like Matt Cardona. I think is a Italian or Irish name. I could be wrong. But yeah, he made his debut tonight. I'll get to that in a minute. Coming out to save Arn Anderson and Cody and Warhorse 2 against the Dark Order. Just beating the living crap out of the Beaver Boys. So he's in AEW. He's Cody's best friend. Well, he is his best friend. And I went on as soon as I saw that, I went on Twitter and I tweeted Cody. I said, "How the hell do?" Yes, I didn't call him a hypocrite because I don't want to call him that, but I think he is a hypocrite. I said on Twitter, says, "Wait a minute, didn't Cody at Cody say that he wouldn't hire his friends, meaning Heath Slater, meaning Hawkins, meaning Ryder? Didn't he say that a couple months ago?" Maybe he's giving Zack Ryder a favor. Oh, sorry, Matt. A favor. So now Zack Ryder is in AEW, and I was like, what the fuck are they gonna do with him? He'll give me a mid-card push, but it'll probably be on Dark for like the rest of his fucking career. Or it could be he could come out with Arn Anderson and Cody to matches. Whoop-de-damn, fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, Zack Ryder in AEW. I don't imagine what JD said about that. I'll watch that later. But because you know how JD hates everything from everything and everybody from WWE, and they hate him back. But it is what it is. And that's it. All right. Last comment before we get back to AEW. Do you think Milos, aka Rusev, will end up in AEW? Well, Javier, I hate to give you the bad news, but Miroslav, that's his name, Miro Bugekovic, I forgot his last name, who's married to that hot piece of ass Lana, Miroslav Lana pussy, yeah. That's because we all know that. Miro came out today and announced his retirement from wrestling because he wants to focus on his gaming channel and his Twitch channel. Good luck with that. You know who the best Twitch channel is on the best channel on Twitch besides Impact is Adam Cole, baby. So for all you people that are on Twitch, subscribe to Adam Cole, the Chugs, on Twitch. Just saying. He plays a lot of video games, talks a lot of wrestling. You can subscribe to AJ Styles as well. He's on Twitch, I believe. Well, he just started on Twitch, I think. I don't know, but lots of wrestlers are on Twitch. Just put it that way. But the best ones are AJ and Adam Cole, baby. That too. Yeah, so Rusev, Miro, whatever you want to call him, not going to TNA, not going to AEW, not going to Ring of Honor, not going to New Japan. He ain't going anywhere. He's gonna sit on his fat ass at home, trying to make a career out of himself with his gaming channel and his Twitch channel. Good luck there, boy. Good luck. 6 months, you'll be crying back to Vince, you'll be crying to Tony Khan or Scott D'Amore and Don Callis. Mark my words, you'll be hearing from Rusev again. Rusev will be back in about 6 months because Lana's not doing anything right now. I still don't know why she's still employed by the WWE. I'm surprised they didn't release her yet. She's still doing this stupid thing with Natalya. Really, they should release Lana and let Lana go do her fucking TikTok videos that fucking suck. Just let her model her ass, and that's it. Maybe she can do porn. I don't know. She's got the ass for it, but she needs the money. Porn industry is always waiting. That's all I got to say about that. So Rusev is retired, and just say that Vince fucked him over. That's it. That's as he does everybody else, like Aleister Black. Don't get me started with him. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. So let's get back to AEW. So commentary then shows us that they have a mask and proof that they took a blood test. Ooh, like we don't know that already. Then they inform us of a tornado match with Darby Allin and Jon Moxley taking on Brian Cage and Ricky Starks in the main event. So speaking of Mr. Jon Moxley, he's backstage and he's pissed. Oh, when isn't he in a good mood? He's pissed that Brian Cage beat on someone half his size. What would he do if he did nothing about it? He'd be a punk bitch. And, well, yeah, he would. And speaking of punk bitches, poor Ricky Starks. Let's see how he likes it when the odds are even. He doesn't start fights, but he always finishes them. So we'll see what happens in the main event. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we cut to Taz. He says Mox terrified. And then we find out it's going to be a no disqualification tornado tag team match. And Moxley's team is done. That's the first time we've ever seen that I've seen a no disqualification tornado tag team match. I could be, I might be wrong. I've probably seen a bunch of them, but I mean, first time maybe on TV. And that's that. And we move on. All right, then we find out that Kuroshita will face Diamante tonight, non-title action. All right, then we get to match number 2 for the TNT title. We have the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes with Arn Anderson, taking on indie sensation Warhorse. The ultimate warrior. Nightwolf from Mortal Kombat. He looks like him. And I was like, is that Nightwolf? They're gonna be rebooting Mortal Kombat, so why not cast Warhorse? Fits the part to a T. So Warhorse, call the guys from Mortal Kombat that are doing the Mortal Kombat movie. Give them a call. You can play Nightwolf and get your ass kicked by Scorpion. Or we all know Liu Kang's gonna be the main guy in that movie, like he was in the first one. As long as you have the same guy that played Raiden in the beginning and the same guy that played Liu Kang and Shang Tsung. That guy, that's fucking amazing. Your soul is mine. Have that guy play Shang Tsung. And the same girl that played Sonya Blade. Get a new Johnny Cage because the guy you played him sucked. Get a new guy to play Shao Kahn. And get some other people to play different characters like Baraka. Or get somebody to play Scorpion, mask and without the mask. Because we all know what Scorpion looks like without the mask. If you played some of the Mortal Kombat games. Same thing with Sub-Zero. Maybe a new Jax. Don't make it like Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation, which fucking sucked. Oh my god. It was nice they had Sindel and Reptile in it, and I think Baraka. It was a horribly made film, by the way. The ending was horrible. Freaking Kang turning into his animality, into his spirit animal, the dragon, and then he supposedly killed Shao Kahn. Oh, I spoil it for you people that haven't watched it. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so Cody's taking on Warhorse for the TNT title, and it wasn't a bad match. It wasn't that bad. Warhorse coming out, looking like the Ultimate Warriors, banging his head like a metal god. I was like, wait a minute, is that the Metal Maniac? Any Sensation, the Metal Maniac? Anyway, so match, like I said, was okay. They lock up. And Cody with a go behind reverse, and Cody reaches the ropes to break the hold. Cody works on the arm, digging the shoulder into the shoulder. Okay. Goes to work on it. Warhorse goes right, kicks the arm away. Cody goes for a chop, decides to stop. Goes back. Goes cool. Turns his back, Warhorse then attacks him with some chops in the corner. Rips Cody into the other corner. Cody rolls over onto his back and rolls through. But Warhorse rolls through as well. Stacks Cody with a jackknife cover for a near fall. Then he hits an arm drag into an arm lock. Cody lifts and body slams him, but Warhorse holds on to it 5 times fast. And starts working on his arm. Cody reverses, whip to the ropes, duck under. Cody hops over, misses a back fist, hits the ropes, holds on, and Warhorse misses a right hand. And Cody goes to the outside. He's pissed. And then Arn Anderson's like, don't let your anger get in the way of your talent. You got this. Cody gets back to the ring, gets a side headlock. They run the ropes. Warhorse with a big clothesline for a near fall. Then he hits a high knee, then a headbutt, and then a head-banging headbutt, if you want to put it that way. Then another one. This Cody goes for a toe suplex. Cody lands on his feet, hits a drop toe hold into the turnbuckle, then a right hand. This Warhorse on his shoulders and gets him to the top rope. He hits a hard right hand. Cody to the top, and he hits a beautiful superplex for a near fall. Cody then starts working on the leg. Drops his boot on the leg, goes for a near fall. Cody continues to work on the leg, lifts and turns Warhorse into a single leg Boston Crab. Cody grabs the leg after a release, then locks in the figure 4 leg lock. But Warhorse is quick to reverse it. Cody has to get to the ropes just to escape. And then Warhorse with a drop kick into the corner, hits a clothesline, then another one. Snaps his leg to get the blood flowing in his leg. Whips Cody to the ropes, gets reversed. Warhorse slides under, hits some chops, hits an elbow and a clothesline. He fires up. And he's on the top rope and hits a big elbow drop. Not the Macho Man elbow. No way. Did it. And I guess it's a near fall out of that. Cody tries to recover his own for a near fall. And he tries for the figure 4. But again, Warhorse has scouted it, gets an inside cradle for a near fall. Cody comes back with a sunset flip, but Warhorse counters that into a near fall. And then they go to the corner. Kick out of the corner from Warhorse. He's headed back to the top rope. He dives, lands on his feet, and looks like he's hurt his knee. And that was the end for Warhorse. As Cody with a drop kick to the knee. Tries for the figure 4 again. Warhorse tried to grab the foot to stop it, but Cody kicks him in the face. And then he knocks in the figure 4, and he wrenches back, and Warhorse had to tap out. So pretty decent match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Warhorse gave Cody a little bit of a run, not too much of a run, but a good match nonetheless. And like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for the match. I gotta put this air on. Hold on a second. It's getting hot in this room. Oh, that feels good. Anyway, so we get that. And then afterwards, Cody looks to shake the hand of Warhorse. But then the Dark Order come out. John Silver and Alex Reynolds, the Beaver Boys, come out to attack. They come down looking to attack Cody, and then Warhorse had to shove Cody out of the way. And then he gets beat down and then sent out of the ring. Then they go to work on Cody. and then Arn Anderson comes in the ring looking for the save, and then the Beaver Boys turn to Arn Anderson looking to attack, but out comes Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, woo woo woo, you blew it. I mean, you knew it. Hits the Rough Rider on both of them. Grips off his shoulders. I'm here. So he goes out of the ring, shakes hands, and hugs Cody. And then goes over to Arn Anderson, shakes his hand, and that's it. So good match and a good, I guess, debut for Zack. Like I said, I don't know what they're gonna do with this guy, but we'll see what happens. So Zack Ryder is all elite, and we'll see what happens with that as we go into the next coming weeks, and that's that. All right, we go to break. We come back with Tony Schiavone, Baloney, whatever you want to call him. He hypes up All Out going down September the 5th, 2020, right before Labor Day weekend. So that should be pretty nice. Too bad I'm work that day, most likely. But I'll still give you my review that day and my predictions. That's about that. And then the inner circle come out. Jericho to stop. And for the what's going on with the inner circle, they're going to start drawing some lines in the sand. Stupid son of a bitch. And you cost me my first match back on and this isn't over. So Jericho's like, what's son of a bitch in Spanish? So Sammy says, son of el bitch. Okay. Jericho tells us that he will face Orange Cassidy in 2 weeks on August the 12th in the highly anticipated rematch. And when he beats Cassidy, Cassidy will have to go in the middle of the ring and pay Jericho $7,000 for his jacket. Then he says that on next week's show, August the 5th, he's challenging Orange Cassidy to a debate with a special guest moderator. Monitor, whatever it is, that will blow our mind. I'm thinking it's going to be Jericho on 6,000 or whatever it's going to be. Or if it's a moderator, it will be somebody that we never saw coming. And he's going to prove that Orange is a filthy piece of trash. So that should be exciting next week with the debate. Because Jericho is the demo god. He is and that's pretty much all I can say about that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Was what it was. I'm gonna take a drink. So to you, I don't know over my keyboard, but it is what it is. That's that. So we'll see what happens next. And 2 weeks, then the week after that, the champion, Chris Jericho. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. After that, we go to a video of earlier in the day. We are at the I guess the offices of AEW. We have Tony Schiavone in the office with a lawyer, with the AEW lawyer, and then we see FTR, the Revival, and they have their own lawyer. I think it was an actor or something. I don't think it was their real lawyer. They're there to sign their contract, and they're talking about. I said we're only signing this contract because we want to be team champions, and to do that, they need a consultant. And then Arn Anderson comes in, and he knows a thing or two about tag team wrestling, if you know what I mean. If you've ever seen Arn Anderson before with Tully Blanchard as the Brain Busters, and then in the Four Horsemen with his brother Ole Anderson, former tag team champions in the NWA and WCW. So Tony and the legal rep are there. Arn wants to see the contract. He mentions them they got their signing bonus up front. That's cool. So Arn mentions some of the provisions in that contract. They want a tag team rope. They want a 10-second rule. Then he talks about some secret issue. I don't know what it was. Maybe beer in the ring. I don't know. So FTR's like, yes, very important. Very important. Then I think it was Cash. 12. There was a guaranteed tag team night hosted by FTR. Arn Anderson, that's in there, guaranteed. And then both of them signed the contract. So now they're on All Elite. So August 12th is going to be Tag Team Appreciation Night. So lots of tag team matches, which should be fun. AEW has the best tag team division in all of wrestling. So we're going to see a lot, it's going to see the Elite, you're going to see the Bucks, Private Party, maybe the Lucha Brothers, Jurassic Express, Best Friends, the Blade. Some tag teams action on August the 12th, along with Jericho, Orange Cassidy 2. That should be a big night on August the 12th. Then after that, Hangman Adam Page comes in. We're just going to have a little bit of a party. So he pours 4 shots for Cash, for Dax, for himself, and for Arn Anderson. But Arn's like, I'm not a drinker anymore, pussy. So Hangman fills his cup to the top. Damn. Where's my cup? Why didn't I get a shot of Jack? Damn it, I gotta go to the liquor store tomorrow. Buy me a big ass bottle of Jack. Get drunk, motherfuckers. That's all I gotta say about that. So he comes in, they all drink. He flips his cup to the top of the ceiling. That was pretty funny. So I like this thing with Adam Page and the Revival. Now, Kenny Omega's involved in this whole thing, and Kenny's kind of whoop whoop. So it looks like they're leading to FTR taking on Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega at All Out for the tag belts. And we're going to get new champions, most likely. I think FTR will win the belts after Kenny turns heel on Hangman Adam Page. And the Bucks will turn that same night. So being the Elite on September the 7th on Labor Day should be interesting. But we'll see what happens with that. So that, and we move on from there. All right, then we go to last week with them, and then Kenny came out a little bit too late, and that's that. So we see that, and then we go back to live, well, not live action. Back to the arena. The Dark Order make their entrance. Stu Grayson and Evil Uno make their way to the ring. The Super Smash Bros. And then Brody Lee, I believe 5 or 10, I don't know what the other guy is, and Colt Cabana go to commentary. And then we get to match number 3. Get to my notes. And as always, it fucks up. My computer sucks fucking dick. All right, here we go. Went a little bit too far. Okay, so we get the match number 3 for the tag belt. Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. Omega. Not a bad match. Starts out with Evil Uno and Kenny to start. Uno sends Omega into the corner. Grayson doing some textbook tag team wrestling 101, tagging in and out. Grayson hits a kick, then whips him into the ropes, tilt a rope from Kenny, and looked like Hangman Page came in, but it looked like there was no tag. Then we see the Young Bucks in the crowd watching on. Page comes in, gets a double teaming, resulting with a standing shooting star press for a near fall. Then a regular tag to Kenny, drops Stu Grayson, ducks on the right from Uno. Then he and Page chop Uno back and forth a couple times. Then they hit a double chop in the middle of the ring. Grayson grabs the head of Omega, sends him into the corner, tries to cheap shot Adam Page, tags in Uno. Page comes in, he runs in with a kick, bounces off the corner, sends Grayson down on the outside. Then Uno with a kick, Page whips into a fallaway slam. He kicks up and ducks a right hand from Grayson, sends him flying again. Uno then attacks, Page ducks and sends Uno to the outside. Page goes over the top with a crossbody, but Uno moved and he hits Stu Grayson. Uno then sends Page into the ring post out, and Kenny's there, and Uno sends him into the barricade as well. Goes back in the ring, covers him for a near fall. And then Uno breaks the fingers. Tags in Grayson, whips Grayson into the Page hard. Grayson with a snap, running kick for a 1 count, then another 1 count. Grayson then gets shoved. Page holds the arm. Grayson releases and hits the ropes with a crossbody. Uno tags in, lifts his boot. Stu sends Page into it face first. So they're going to work on Adam Page. And Grayson hits a suplex from near fall as Omega comes in to stop the pin. Uno with a boot to the face. Grayson chokes him up, and Uno distracts Rick Knox with some. And then right in the middle of the ring, Uno grabs a foot, drags Page to the corner, tags in Grayson, who comes in and hits a knee to face. So they're working on Page a little bit more. Uno then bows in the center of the ring. Goes to grab Page, pulls him to the center, drops an elbow to the head, tags in Stu. Omega comes in with a hot tag, comes in with an axe handle, then another one, spins for a third, but Stu hits a kick. Then Kenny with a fireman's carry, marches around the ring, hits the "You Can't Escape," rolling Senton into a moonsault for a near fall. Kick away, and then he hits the rising V trigger. Uno comes in. Kenny hits a forearm, then Omega lifts him into a German suplex. He tags in Adam Page. Page rushes the corner, hits an uppercut. Kenny hits one of his own. Then a head scissors from Grayson. Omega runs with the V trigger, but Grayson sidesteps and shoves Omega into the corner. Omega whips Grayson to the outside. Uno comes in, drops Omega, goes to top rope, dives with a senton for a near fall. Tags in Grayson. Uno lifts Omega to the top of Grayson's shoulders, launches him off, and Uno hits a powerbomb for a near fall as Page comes in to break up the pin. Still lifts Omega, Grayson with a right. Omega elbows out. Right to Stu. Uno running kick from Stu. Omega back onto the feet of Uno, who kicks him forward. Grayson suplexes Omega in a Page. Grayson goes to the top. Kevin in the corner while Grayson flies off the top rope with a splash. Goes to the cover, gets a near fall. Then he goes back to the top rope. Uno holds Omega on his back. Omega escapes, sends Uno into the corner. Nuts! And Grayson flies off with a clothesline to Kenny. Page hits the ropes a couple times, sends Grayson to the outside, then powerbombs Evil Uno. Kenny with the running knee to the back of the head for the win. So Kenny with the V trigger to the back of the head picks up the victory for his team, and they retain the tag team belts. Match was all right. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we're gonna. I'll get to the chat in a minute. I just want to finish this off real quick. Afterwards, Brody Lee has Anna Jay that the one that looks like a ringleader that they kind of recruited a couple weeks ago. Him and Colt head to the backstage area, and he's pissed. He looks down on Uno and Stu, starts berating Uno, screaming in his face. And then Uno and Grayson stand. Brody sends papers into the face of Uno. He grabs the chin of Stu and shoves him aside, then turns his attention to Adam Page, who is laughing. And Lee says he sees Page has his friends around him today. And then the Young Bucks leave the stands to come in the ring, join Adam Page. Lee tells Kenny Omega nice of him to show up. Brody says that the Dark Order is everywhere, and Hangman has pissed him off for the last time, and now Hangman will pay. Then we see some Dark Order men with some more minions of them. They come from the crowd surrounding the ring. Brody Lee removes his jacket. Then out comes the Revival to attack Brody Lee from behind with a styrofoam ice chest. That thing broke again with the ice in it. And then the Revival, the Bucks, and Omega and Page clear the ring. And Brody Lee holds his lip. He's laughing. He holds his people back and stands between him and the ring. And then he leaves. And that was that. So the Aftermath, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And then we find out later in the night that we're going to get a big 12-man tag team match with the Dark Order, the entire Dark Order, Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, and the Beaver Boys, Alex Reynolds and John Silver. They will take on the team of the Revival, the Bucks, and Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega. Big 12-man tag team match next week on the program. That's going to be big. That's got a lot of tag team title implications going into All Out. So we'll see what happens with that. And we shall see what happens with that. And we will move on from there. All right, let's get to some chat before we do that. Hayat Alejandro Pansecasa says, I feel like NXT won this Wednesday. I didn't see NXT yet, so I don't know. But I saw some highlights. Keith Lee was in the ring, and then Cameron Grimes came out to attack him. And then Keith Lee got rid of him. And then the lights go out, and Scarlett Bordeaux comes out to look at Keith Lee. So that continues the storyline with Keith Lee and Killer Cross. That match should be made official in a couple weeks for TakeOver 30 for the NXT title. That should be pretty good. We had Io Shirai and Tegan Nox teaming up against Candice LeRae and Dakota Kai. We had that. We had an interesting interview with Dakota Kai and Rhea Ripley, who has her new blonde hair. Looks better with the blonde hair, in my opinion, but it is what it is. So we saw that. What else on NXT? We had Isaiah Swerve Scott and Jake Atlas in action. What did them do? That's all I really saw on NXT from the highlights. I haven't seen the whole show. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. And like I said, tomorrow night, I'll do my NXT review on this channel. So get ready for that tomorrow night. But, I mean, if you're saying NXT was good, I think AEW was a slight bit better. So I think AEW will barely win this week. I mean, both shows were okay. But it is what it is. And that's that. I'll say it once, and I'll say it again. The women's division is dead. Thanks to Bruce Prichard's stupid decision to give all the effing gold to two writers that from Hells I have as a rap song. I mean nothing. I didn't get that last part. Yeah, the 2 women power trip, Sasha Banks and Bayley now have all the belts. I think the match was great. With Asuka, it was good. The ending was fucking terrible. And you knew there's going to be something going on there. You knew there's going to be something going on with because they had Kyrie there. Why couldn't he just have a send-off last week? She beat Bayley. I mean, that could have been just her last match. She didn't have to be on the show this week, but WWE wants to keep her on the payroll, which makes no fucking sense. And now Asuka is pissed. I mean, she is pissed. And you don't want to get on the bad side of Asuka. Because nobody is ready for Asuka. Suck my dick. That's the only thing that makes Asuka happy. But I digress. So yeah, I mean we're gonna see Asuka, Sasha 3, but at SummerSlam. And I'm hearing it's gonna be a winner-take-all match for all the gold. Means Asuka can come away with 4 belts, becoming the first woman to hold 4 belts in wrestling. I think I could be wrong. Then again, you can look at Thunder Rosa's career; she's held like 18 belts. But I digress. But yeah, like I said, Sasha Bayley, the hottest thing on Raw and on SmackDown right now, the hottest thing in WWE right now. And that's why I did a 2-women power trip. Not as good as Stone Cold and Triple H, but you know, you can compare them to compare Sasha Bayley to Austin and Triple H. You know, Austin and Triple H were way better. They just beat the crap out of everybody. Then they lost the belts to Benoit and Jericho when Triple H tore his quad. You don't remember that fateful Raw. And Triple H was out for like 6 months. And then he made his comeback right before the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania, beats Jericho for both belts. There's like WrestleMania 22, 23, something like that. But yeah, I mean, Sasha and Bayley, I mean, what can you say? I mean, they got all the gold. They're the hottest thing going today. The only thing going today for WWE. The ratings for Raw suck. They had the worst 3rd hour in their history. They're lucky they got a 1.6. Very lucky they got a 1.6. They could have went down to a 1.4. They're going down there. They're going down that road. Pretty soon they'll be hitting Impact numbers. And Ring of Honor numbers, if you think about it. But WWE's going downhill, and Vince doesn't give 2 shits. He wants to make new stars. Yet you get rid of Aleister Black. Well, not didn't get rid of him. Storyline injured him with his eye. Oh, I wonder what match they're gonna do when he comes back. Another eye for an eye match. Stupid. And Vince hates the guy now. Vince ruined him. Because I think Vince said he doesn't have a character. And Vince gave him the creak when he made his entrance. And we haven't seen his entrance since. He just comes out generically, which I think is stupid. He killed his fucking gimmick. What are you gonna do now? Should bring him back, send him back to NXT. Along with Ricochet, along with God knows who long. I mean, so many people from NXT. Shinsuke is the tag team champion with Cesaro, so I give him some credit. But Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, if he ever comes back. Aleister Black, and Ricochet should all go back to NXT. Because they're getting ruined on the main roster. That's that. I don't know. P.S. What did you think of Impact? It was all right. It wasn't bad. Yesterday, the whole thing with Wrestle House was kind of corny. I mean, how many segments did we see of Wrestle House yesterday? It was so fucking corny. We got Tommy Dreamer as the host. This is my house. And then we have AC Baby Romero saying, "Oh, is this the house of hardcore?" He's like, "No, you idiot. This is my house. Dumbass." And there you have poor Su Yung acting like Susie. Looking. And what's worse is Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary are on there. Fucking destroy their career. Then you had a match with the Deaners, and then you had Alicia Edwards can't even make out which Diener brother made the pin. Fucking horrible. I mean, then you had the Good Brothers in action beating Reno Scum, who they fucking knew. You had Katie Forbes coming out shaking her titties and her ass, which is always nice, but you know, RVD's been slapping that ass for like months. Fucking lucky guy. It was nice to see Sammy Guevara Photoshop his face on Katie Forbes' body. That was kind of funny. Then you had the Motor City Machine Guns on the show, the new tag team champions. That was that. You had Moose on the show. Then you had Heath Slater come in, and then talking some smack to Moose. And then Moose like, "Well, if you want a match next week," well, actually, Scott D'Amore comes in and tells Heath Slater that if he can beat Moose next week, he gets a job. He ain't gonna beat Moose. But he's still gonna be there. I mean, he's with Rhino now, so they're gonna reform Rhino and Heath Slater. They damn do. At least TNA now have a tag team division. That's that. And we'll see what else happens. I mean, this week was kind of blah. To be honest with you. I mean, too much Wrestle House. Way too much. And they're killing the career of fucking Taya Valkyrie, who was women's champion for one fucking year, over a year. And then you have Rosemary, who really should be Knockouts champion, and just making her look stupid. She's a fucking demon assassin, and you're making her look like shit. That's why, you know, because Rosemary is my character, my manager, my demon assassin in XWF. That's my pick base for her. Is Rosemary, the old school Rosemary, not new school Rosemary, because new school Rosemary sucks, to be honest with you. And I love Rosemary. I just hate her. I just hate the way she looks right now. I like her in DK. I don't like her right now. But Rosemary should be Knockouts champion right now. But they're going with Deonna Purrazzo and Jordynne Grace again. You know, Jordynne Grace came back with a sling, and then she takes it off, beats the crap out of Deonna Purrazzo. So that's gonna happen. And then Eddie Edwards is gonna face who's he facing? I think he's facing Trey Miguel for the Impact World Title next week, because Eddie's gonna be a fighting champion. We'll see what happens with that. Well, not and then you got EC3. Excuse me, EC3 is back. You know, he beat the crap out of Moose. I don't know what's going to happen with him and the Impact World Title. And you got Eric Young still in that picture. That's that. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. And we will move on from it. And what a sad day to fire Io Shirai from WWE. And you know it's sad. They fired Io? I don't think they fired Io. I don't know what the fuck you talking about here. And you know it's sad. The Sasha thing was on July 27th. On February 27th, they ruined the undefeated streak of the Fiend. And the worst thing was on my birthday. Well, sucks to be you then, Jair. My mother's birthday is on February the 27th as well. So you share a birthday. But like, they didn't fire Io. Io's still around. I don't know what you're talking about with Io. So. But yeah, you know, Sasha winning the belt for the 5th time, the World Women's Championship for the 5th time. You know, the ending sucked. The match was great, but the ending sucked. But we're probably going to see Asuka and Sasha again at SummerSlam. And I think it's going to be winner take all. And that's probably going to be the start, hopefully the start of Sasha Bayley. But I don't think so. I don't even think they're going to do that match. Not going to happen. But I'm hoping if they're going to, then you start at SummerSlam. Start the seeds planted for that. You make Sasha and Bayley lose their power. Kairi gets the women's tag team belts and the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championship. I don't know who she's gonna team with if she wins back the women's belts, unless Io comes up to the main roster, which I hope and pray she doesn't, because you know Vince will ruin her. They can't bring back Kairi, because Kairi's done with the WWE. Going back to the bedroom with me. It is what it is. So yeah, and then ruining the undefeated streak of the Fiend by him losing to Goldberg was stupid. You ruined the Fiend right there. You ruined Bray Wyatt's character. And then even further, you bury the original Bray, not the original Bray Wyatt, but the Firefly Funhouse version of Bray Wyatt, lose to Braun Strowman at Money in the Bank. I think it was Money in the Bank. It was on Money in the Bank. It buried him there, and then, I mean, you tried to save his gimmick. You know, you bring back original Bray Wyatt, and he wins the Swamp match. And now looking like we're going to see the Fiend back. And supposedly him and Braun Strowman are going to go for the Universal title at SummerSlam. And hopefully the Fiend wins the Universal title back for the 2nd time and then actually has a better run with it. But knowing Vince and company, they'll fuck it up. Like they fuck everything up. And that's that. And we move on. I think Tessa might sign yes or yes with WWE to humiliate Sasha and Bayley. No. Well, Cody came out today and said that that Tessa could sign with AEW, but that's not his decision. It's up to Tony Khan, Kenny Omega, and I forget who else, and Brandy. So they could sign her. She could be out All Out. She was at the first All Out back in 2018 in that big women's battle royal. So she could come to AEW. Then again, she can go. They're talking about WWE Evolution 2, the Women's Evolution pay-per-view, the second one, and Tessa might make her debut there. So we don't know. I don't know. But, I mean, if she does come to WWE, she'll probably go to NXT first. I don't think she'll humiliate Sasha and Bayley. I don't think so. But she'll probably humiliate everybody in NXT. But that's what I think. So Tessa's probably, if I had to put a guess on it, I think Tessa might go to WWE. But I would not be surprised if she's at All Out to join the women's division. But it is what it is. I mean, I hope EC3 will dominate Impact again like it did before. We'll see. We'll see what happens. As long as Dixie Carter doesn't come back. Dixie Carter! I miss Dixie Carter. Even though she almost destroyed TNA. Everybody say it was Hope. Everybody's saying it's Hogan and Bischoff back in 2009, 2010. Nope. Dixie almost killed it. Back in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. The years that Dixie was in charge and that she was an on-air character almost killed TNA. Almost killed it. Basically, she almost did kill it, and then freaking Billy Corgan had to save her. Well, other things were involved with that, but Billy Corgan had to come in, and then TNA was still up in the air, and then Anthem Sports had to come in and basically resurrect TNA from nothing. And then look what TNA is now. They're still going after 18 years strong. The little engine that could, just like Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor is way better. The glory years of TNA are way behind them. Same thing with Ring of Honor, if you think about it. Ring of Honor had some good stuff all the way up until a couple years ago. When the Bucks left, when the Elite left, when Cody, the Bucks, and Hangman Adam Page left, Ring of Honor went in a new direction. Marty stayed, though I really wish he went to AEW. But now Marty's the booker with Delirious. And they're trying to make new stories. They're bringing in a lot of indie guys now. They're trying to build a women's division around Angelina Love, Mandy Leone, Sumi Sakai, Jenny Rose, Maria Manic, and a bunch of other people. You don't have much of a tag team division. You still have the Briscoes that have been there since day one. God bless them. And now you got Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal as the tag champs. I forget who the 6-man tag team champions are. I believe I forgot who's the champion. I forget who the Ring of Honor champion is now. Shows you how much I've watched Ring of Honor in the last couple months. I don't think it's Rush. I think it's somebody else. I forget who, but hopefully Ring of Honor comes back by the end of the year or into early 2021. They're gonna bring back the Pure title, which is nice. So another title coming into Ring of Honor. I'm just hoping we get to. I get to go to our Ring of Honor show later this year, or most likely next year. And maybe a New Japan show if they come to New York. They were supposed to come to Madison Square Garden next month with the Wrestle Dynasty, but they canceled that shit due to this fucking virus. Tickets were sold out. I might have got lucky if I went on StubHub, but I had nosebleed seats. I don't care. As long as I can go to the event, I'll be fine. But probably won't happen until next year. And that's that. But yeah, I think Tessa's going to go to either. I would think she might go to AEW, but never say never if she goes to WWE. And that's that. All right, did that one. Yeah, you're wrong, Jair. It was Kairi Sanes. they didn't fire Kairi. I mean, Kairi's contract ended last Monday night, and they just brought her on last week to write her off. So she was supposed to get injured, like a career-threatening injury, and then Asuka was going to go after the person that injured her, which was supposed to be Shayna Baszler. But now Shayna's in a fucking feud with Jax. Ugh. Fucking horrible. And that's that. Fuck that shit. And we move on. All right. Let's get back to AEW. It's already 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get this video up. I don't want to go to bed. And that's that. All right. After the whole thing with FTR and the Dark Order and the Bucks and Kenny and Hangman and Page, which is going to lead into a 12-man tag team match next week on the program. So after that, we go to Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and she wants to address something. She's aware that Big Swole's suspension won't last forever. She isn't dumb. She's a dentist, and she's a role model. Not like Bayley, but she's a role model. She says that Big Swole's obsessed with her. And after some careful and the fact that Britt is a role model, she wants to give Swole a shot at her, but only if Swole beats an opponent of Britt's choice. I wonder who that could be. Rebel. Oh, Reba. Sorry. So we're going to see Britt Baker. She says this is still her division. So we're probably going to see Britt Baker, Big Swole taking on Rebel. Swole's going to win. And then we're going to get the match at All Out, which is probably not going to be that great of a match. As long as Britt Baker wins. And we'll see what happens with that. And we're going to move on from there. We move on. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get to women's action. Match number 4. Hikaru Shida, the AEW Women's Champion, taking on Diamante, who had an impressive debut last week against Ivelisse. So 9-title action. That match is all right. Nothing bad. Diamante shoved Shida to start. Shida backs her into the ropes and shoves her back. Then they go at it. Diamante hits some chops against the rope. Shida reverses, hits a bunch of right hands on the ropes, and hits a knee to the gut. Goes for a right hand and gets blocked. Shida's sent down by her hair. Like her hair. But Shida kicks up, so Diamante knocks her back down. Shida mounts and hits a few right hands. Diamante sends her to the outside. Shida runs and hits a knee lift while Diamante hangs on the barricade. Ow. She grabs Diamante, sends her into the ring, goes to the top rope. She dives with a missile drop kick for a near fall. Then she goes to work with a right hand to her face and then another one. Hits the third, then she holds onto the arm the entire time. Ow. Diamante comes back with a right hand of her own, then another one. They go back and forth. Diamante kicks Shida, whips her. Shida down there, locks the head, goes to a suplex. Diamante lands on his feet. And Shida gets shoved, then hits a forearm and a knee. Dropping Diamante down. She's on the top rope. Diamante pulls her off. Shida drops her arm on the top rope. Goes to the corner. Some chops. Ref has to hold her back. Shida tries to attack, but Diamante keeps on with the chops. Shida drops to the bottom rope. Diamante grabs her, only to be shoved away. She runs, hits a stunner for a near fall. She looks for the end, looks for the Canadian Destroyer. Shida pushes her off. Diamante kicks her in the stomach. She lifts her up, goes for the Destroyer again, turns it into a roll up, where she just ropes. Then Diamante hits a knee. Shida hits some what?
Video.
There is no video.
Oh.
Oh, right here. Don't confuse me, woman. Go drink your water. Shida comes back with some right hand. She locks the head. Then she hits the running knee strike for the 1, 2, 3. So Hikaru Shida continues her dominance this year. I believe she is 13-1 this year. I think 13-1, 14-1, something like that. But she picks up another victory, and she continues her role, and we'll see what happens with her as we go to All Out. Maybe a title defense. I don't know against who. Or she might be in that tag team cup. We'll see. So match was all right. Match was all right. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. So pretty good showing from Diamante. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. After the match, she just celebrates, and then we're informed of the tag team tournament. We find out basically what it's about. It's going to be like a lethal lottery if you think about it. That's kind of interesting. The women have to choose they pick a color at random, and the matching colors will become a team. That's pretty nice. So we'll see what happens with that in the coming weeks. And then we go into a video from earlier in the day where we see Dasha Fuentes, or Dasha Gonzalez, whatever the fuck her name is. She's speaking with Nyla Rose, the native beast. Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me! So Vicky goes in full Vicky mode. Excuse me! And she says that it doesn't matter who Nyla's partner is, color, and it's purple. And then Dasha's like, ooh, purple, and we have your partner here right now. And in comes Cameron, Ariane, whatever her fucking name is. Cameron? Really? The worst wrestler in the history of wrestling? She's back in purple gear. He's like, that's right, I'm Ariane, I'm back. Bam, go back. Shut the fuck up. You know that Nyla Rose is gonna freaking carry that team. Fucking Karen. Ugh. Ugh. I have to take a drink for that because I'm about to throw up. Cameron and freaking AEW. It should be on time. Getting her ass handed to her. Fucking horrible. Why put Nyla should be with fucking Awesome Kong? Just saying. That's all I got to say about that. But Awesome Kong, I don't know what the fuck she's doing right now. Maybe she's doing the 3rd season of Glow. I miss Glow. It's been a while since we had this Glow on Netflix. I don't know what's happening with that. I haven't heard anything. Now that this fucking virus is going on, we haven't had anything. So maybe now that film studios are starting to get back to doing their job, maybe we'll start this 3rd season of Glow. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, then we go backstage. We see everybody's favorite wrestler and mine. Well, not mine, but everybody's favorite wrestler, and he's better than you, and you know it. MJF, he comes out of his locker room with Wardlow. He's signing some autographs, babies, slapping a few kids, chews his gum. So we get to MJF and his wrestling speech. He comes out with his campaign people think he's Trump, though Trump is much better. And you see the force feed us some knowledge. He asks a nearby, so he's behind the podium as the American flag stands nearby. And he asks us to use hashtag #NotMyChampion and hashtag MJF2020. So right now he is sure people are here 2 weeks in a row and not with the bench warmers. He says he's never spotlighted because of certain individuals in the world. I guess he was talking about Tony Khan. I don't know. He saw men calling for a change. One man in particular called for a paradigm shift, talking about Moxley. He said, out with the old, in with the new. He says a dude who does what he wants, makes the matches he wants, and makes his own matches. That's old news, brother. And he talks about John coming from a land of Titan. Really digging that WWE. And he says that Moxley is not his champion. So then he says that he cannot tell a lie. He will not stand and say that Moxley isn't one of the greatest. But it's high time that we have an honest discussion about what has happened since Moxley has started. Where he's wrestling. All he's seen is gymnastics, flippy flops and flippy dips and flippy doos to make viewers think they're good at their job. But we have been brainwashed into thinking that this is what wrestling is, and that brainwashing starts at the top. Our champion should lead by example. He isn't supposed to cosplay as a specific wrestler, and that's a stone cold fact. Another dig at WWE. He talks about being undefeated. He is first and the last MJF. Well, isn't there Michael J. Fox? That's the first MJF. Just saying. He's not a media analyst or analyst, yet everyone wants to talk about ratings. That's where we treat Dictator John so well because of his name value, right? Because where would the numbers lie without him? You know who draws more minute for minute? He talks about himself. He says we don't need to know that because Moxley doesn't want us to. Why should we have to deal with the likes of MJF? He says, huh?
You're just reading?
Huh?
Are you just reading?
Yeah.
Boring.
Shut up. Go to sleep. He says, how dare you? This is supposed to be the land of opportunity.
How dare you read?
Shut up. He said, this is the land, it's supposed to be the land of opportunity. It's time for a new guard. The old guard has gotten us famine, disease, poverty. Our infrastructure is falling fast. He can catch this company, take the company to the top. His talent outweighs John's tenure. He'll be leading the company for the next 25 years if he's still around. He bleeds black and gold. So he wants to have an AEW title match with Moxley. He's making a promise right now, and he will not stop until we stop being the alternative and start being the pinnacle of professional wrestling. God damn, that was good. That's why he is the heel of heels right now. But one of the best heels in wrestling. Pretty good on the mic, too, for a guy that's 23 years old. Still's got a Michael penis, but it is what it is. Not me, because I got a big one. That's what she said. But I digress. But it was a good promo from MJF. 3.25 out of 5 stars. I mean, this was a great promo. And then we're going to get an update next week. So it's going to be even more great. I wonder what he's going to say next week. So it's leading to MJF and Moxley at All Out for the AEW World Title. And I say this, ladies and gentlemen, but I think MJF is going to be the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and he's still going to be better than you. Better than you. I'm talking to you, and you know it. Because I'm better than her, and she knows it too.
I'm going to take my life. I'm going to take my life.
Stop using my new phone.
Mine is charging.
Pussy. All right, so like I said, that was pretty damn good. I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens with that next week with the update from MJF. And that's Tornado Tag Team match. Darby Allin and John Moxley taking on Brian Cage and Ricky Starks with Taz with them. But even though he wasn't at ringside, he was doing commentary. So Darby's music hits, doesn't come out. So that Moxley's music hits, he comes out from the stands, as always. And then we get a promo from Taz, Brian Cage. Taz is like, what happened to Darby? Taz says Moxley's going to get bounced around that ring. probably Tony, I don't know. Brian Cage is like flexing his biceps and making his wife, my wife, Melissa Santos, pretty happy. He wants us to look at his muscles, his biceps are like sledgehammers, triceps like pistons. Then you have Ricky, the always smooth Starks. So then Starks goes on a mic. I don't know why, but okay. And he says, we are looking at Absolute, no one better. He is young, handsome, successful, everything my baby mama wishes I was. I guess that's what he said. I don't know. This is why he was recruited. Everyone loves Darby because he's an enigma, not like Jeff Hardy, but he's an enigma. Stark says he wrestles like a crash dummy, and you try and go against the machine, and him and the machine, but when you try hard, you die hard, and he is digging 2 graves tonight. So we get that. And then out comes Darby Allin. So they go to the ring. Darby Allin comes out. That's how they make their entrance. It's all a trap. It's a trap. So they, him and Moxley beat down Cage and Starks as Taz goes to the commentary position. But it's short-lived because Cage grabs Moxley, wrestles him around the ring while Darby deals with Ricky. Cage hits a headbutt. Darby drops some right hands to Ricky. Darby then enters the ring and flies over the top rope on the Cage on the outside. Then the bell rings. And we get to this no disqualification tornado tag team match. Cage and Ricky are double teaming Moxley instead of the ring. Chops and right. Comes Darby who hits a drop kick. Ricky plays the guitar on the apron. Not like Hogan, but it is what it is. But Moxley's there to lock in a sleeper hold, 1925. And Cage attacks him from behind, lifts John sideways, and Darby flies off, landing on the shoulders. Cage checkers him and drops him with a powerbomb. At the same time, dropping Moxley with a military press. That was pretty inventive. Starks grab Darby in the corner. Cage with a German suplex to Darby, and Ricky goes into a cover for a near fall. The Darby, Cage lifts Darby, Starks hits the ropes, and then Cage comes back with an uppercut, Moxley with a knee. Cage responds with a kick. Darby drops with a jawbreaker. Oh, excuse me. And then Ricky kicks him out of nowhere. Moxley with a kick, he drops over, and Cage hits an elbow, but Moxley comes back with a German suplex. Lifts Cage up and hits a power driver for a near fall. Boxes a cross arm breaker, and then Ricky Starks comes in to break it up, goes for a near fall. Then he does some ground and pound hands, and then he grabs a trash can. Cage goes to suplex Moxley on the trash can. Dean, the Alabama, slam him into the can. Ow. Cover for a near fall. Darby comes out of nowhere. Let's break it up. Starks beats him down with some right hands. Goes into the corner. Starks misses a shoulder, hitting the ring post. Ow. Kick to Cage. He hops up Cage. Cage checks him, goes for a buckle bomb, but Moxley caught him. Darby kicks him, and then Dean kicks him, underhooks, and then he hits the underhook DDT at the same time. Darby hits the coffin drop. And then Moxley hits a suicide dive on the Ricky Starks on the outside. And then Darby drops a trash can onto the bicep of Brian Cage, grabs his skateboard, and the bottom is covered in thumbtacks. And Moxley has Cage in the armbar on the apron. Darby flies off the top rope and lands on the back of Ricky Starks, and he covers him 1, 2, 3 as you see Starks is bleeding with tacks in the back. Ow! That had to hurt. So we saw thumbtacks for the second one. So we get that. So Moxley and Darby get the victory over Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. But not a bad match per se. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that was that. The skateboard spot was pretty damn sick from a dog. Give Ricky credit for taking that spot. I would hate to take that spot. What is what it is? So, and for AEW Dynamite tonight. And it was a pretty decent show for what it was. I think they might have pulled it out this week in the ratings, but we'll see what happens later on tomorrow. Probably by the time I do my NXT review, I'll give you the ratings and everything. See what happens. And I'll do my NXT review tomorrow along with my Raw review. After I get some errands done tomorrow. And then tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, we'll do my Raw review, talk about Raw, the crap fest that was. And then we'll talk about NEW. NEW. What am I talking about? NXT sometime tomorrow night. And I'll get that. And then Friday night, your Friday night SmackDown review. Get you started for the weekend, the start of August, and my return to work. And then we get back to a normal schedule with videos and all that other good stuff. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So the schedule will change beginning next week. So I might sometimes I might not do the Raw review Monday night. I might do it on a Tuesday. AEW I might do it on Wednesday night or Thursday, and then NXT and SmackDown I do on Friday. Or I'll skip those days. I might do NXT on a Friday and then SmackDown on Saturday when I get home from work. Or I might do it Sunday. Who knows? But like I said, the schedule is going to change. But continue to smash that bell and get notified when I go live. So when I do go live, you can come in the chat and you get notified when I do the video, when my video is up. So you don't miss a beat. So you don't know, like, well, you should do the Raw review. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I got a life too, you know. Where's the things I don't have one, but this was. And that's all I got to say about that. So my final rating for AEW Dynamite tonight was 7.5 out of 10 stars. It's a pretty decent show, and we'll see what happens next week on the program with that 12-man tag team match with FTR, the Bucks, and Paige and Kenny Omega taking on the Dark Order. We'll see what happens with Moxley and MJF. MJF's going to give his update to the state of wrestling that he gave tonight. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe some more things going on with the Women's Cup. I don't know when it's going to start. Maybe we'll get a date when it's going to start. And then we got the debate with Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho. That should be pretty fun. It might end the show. I don't know, but we shall see what happens with that. So next 2 weeks of AEW should be pretty good as they're leading on to All Out 3 in September. We also have SummerSlam coming up in August, on August 22nd and August 23rd, with TakeOver 30 coming up on the 22nd, and then SummerSlam the night after, and then after that it's Monday Night Raw. Where SummerSlam is going to be, I don't know. Might be on a boat, might be on a beach, might be on a deserted island, I don't know. Might be in the middle of the ocean, I don't know. Might be in the Bahamas, I don't know. Or the Bermuda Triangle and nobody will find them. Who knows? But still, we shall see what happens over the next coming days. We got Friday Night SmackDown this Friday. See what happens with Bayley and Sasha, probably on the show. And we'll see what happens. I think Bray Wyatt's going to be on the show. And we'll see what happens with that on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox this Friday night. And that's that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Once again, 7.5 out of 10 stars for the show. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section of the video. And continue to smash that like button to death. Hit that subscribe button on this channel and all my other channels as well. Links down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook. Just type in Peter Gilmore. You'll find me somewhere on Facebook. And click down below on my Twitter link. And follow me on Twitter so you get caught up to date Sometimes I'm on Twitter, sometimes I'm not. So you get that, and that's that. So friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and as always, tap that bell to get notified of when I go live, so you can come in the chat and talk to me and tell your friends, share the video all over the internet. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching, everybody. Go to sleep if you're in the Northeast. I'm going to go to bed in a little bit. Not that I'm tired, but I'm getting there. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching this video. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on. If you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.